So all right, we gotta jump into this super chat now out of the box office. Whoops. Hyperguyver 2 sends in $10, says, I keep seeing way too much praise for Motu Revolutions. I don't care if there's a scene with He-Man buried to the hilt on Tila and her screaming, you have the power. I'm not returning to this shit show. Well, I jumped to this super chat for a specific reason. Because look, I don't know what the hell show y'all are watching. Because I watched bits and pieces of it while I was editing your review, Andre, and I really do not want to watch this show. Like all that I have seen is just that just shows me that Kevin Smith and Ted Biacelli have no understanding of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe whatsoever. And what is this crap? Okay, never mind. I'm not even going to get to that because it's kind of a spoiler. But so yeah, you wanted to get on this because it actually managed to make its way to the top 10 on Netflix, I guess, for a hot
That is
second.
exactly right. Yes, because I figured that this was a nice topic to go with the box office, because we do not yet have any actual viewing figures, hours or anything like that. Certainly, I have not found it yet. But what we do have are the rankings on Netflix. And what's interesting is that, well, let's do some history first. Because when Masters of the Universe Revelation Season 1 Part 1 came out, hype was through the roof. And that thing opened straight at the Netflix number 10. It didn't hit number 1. I don't remember how high it charted. That would depend from territory to territory. But it was in multiple occasions in the top 10, which is fairly decent for an animated series to be. And of course, people hated Revelation Season 1 Part 1. So Season 1 Part 2 never hit any top 10 at all. In fact, if you were to try to look for it on the high seats, you'd actually have a hard time finding it. I mean, it was so unpopular that even the pirates weren't interested in it. That's how bad the response for Season 1 Part 1 was. That not even pirates wanted Season 1 Part 2. Now, of course, that didn't bode well for Season 2, now did it? But interestingly, and this actually caught me a little bit by surprise, Season 2, that would be Masters of the Universe Revolution, actually did manage to crack the top 10 at Netflix again. I think it reached as high as top 7, which is much more than I would have anticipated that it would, given where it started out from. And here's the thing, it didn't go there instantly, but it came there after a couple of days, which is the opposite of what happened with the Masters of the Universe Revelation, that is Season 1 Part 1. I mean, because that opened in the top 10 right away and it dropped off really quickly. Here, the exact opposite happened. That suggests that even if I had major issues with it, Tom, you have no desire to see it. Hyperguyver obviously have no issue to see it no matter what happens. And I'm sure many others feel that way too. But it would appear that many enough returned that this is actually working out for better for Netflix than any of us thought that it would.
Maybe.
So that leaves the question, could there be a Season 3 coming for this thing?
God, I hope not.
Cultured, what say you? Just, we don't have any more metrics, but that it got to top 7. I mean, that's higher than it had any right to go.
Again, I'm surprised, but not very. And one of the biggest problems is that, we had some people that saw it right away said, well, it's not that bad. Well, the problem is our comparison for not that bad has been the better part of 10 years, which has just been a trash-tastic set of offerings across the board, whether it be animation or live action. And so, I mean, my evaluation or analysis here is that, people are, starting to explore the terrible entertainment that's out there for really no other reason. There's not much left to compete with it. Unless you go back in time, there's nothing really good out there. I would suggest go back and watch the old animated series. You'd be happier. Just a thought.
Yeah, go back and check out the 2002 series. Then you'd be the happiest.
True.
Well, all I know is I see He-Man looking like this, and I have a hard time even saying the word He-Man, looking at him like that with the eyeshadow and all that business. Like, what the hell? Like, what is
this? This is supposed to be the stout design. Actually, rather the
not even
stout
close. I thought it
redesign.
was at first from what I saw, but it ain't close at all. This is like uber gay.
As seen through the lenses of Ted Biaselli. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Take that for what you will.
And just to remind y'all that Ted Biaselli claims that this show made him gay. So that's why I don't think this guy should be running this show.
Yeah, no, he has.
I ain't got nothing against anybody being gay, but if you're claiming that a fucking show made you gay, then you need help. Because you had some underlying problems first.
And you definitely should not be working on that show.
Exactly.
Well, I just want to say that Beanie and Cecil made me gay.
Oh, well, then you do not. Well, that explains a lot, actually, Paul. Dale sends in $20, says, I hated Motu Revelations as much as Last Jedi, I think he means. Season 2 was actually not bad, not great, but not bad. Worst parts were referenced to season 1. 93-year-old William Shatner is not a voice actor, and he killed it as Skeletor. He was so good. What I don't understand about Skeletor is why they just didn't have Mark Hamill do both voices. It doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Even if William Shatner is not known as a voice actor, there's not a single thing he's done that I don't think he's killed.
No. But here's my point. They're the same character, technically, Paul. So, like, why wouldn't you just have... Why are you having somebody else come in and do the quote-unquote humanoid version?
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to argue. I'm not arguing that.
And then having George Hamill, Jesus Christ, Mark Hamill do the...
George Hamilton would be good.
I can tell you why.
Yeah.
Having seen it, I can tell you exactly why they did.
I watched some of the scenes. It doesn't make any sense to me, but
because they know that fans who know the lore know that Skeletor is Skeletor. So they were trying to throw you off the trail. It was a red herring to have someone else come and voice Skeletor, because then you're like, what? This is supposed to be the same person, but here they're different. What's going on? So they went with the but we're going with the mini comics, wherein Skeletor was always a demon from another dimension. And then, surprise, surprise, Skeletor only thought he was a demon from another dimension because he had been brainwashed by Hordak. Whereas
this is some 5th grade level fucking writing. I'm sorry.
Spoilers. Yeah, they did watch it.
5th grade fucking. This is some of the worst shit in the world. It's just.
Yeah, well, I didn't actually praise the writing in my review, no, did I?
Yeah.
But that's their motivation. That's why they went with another voice actor for this Skeletor than for Skeletor, even though they are one and the same. And if there is a season 3, then William Shatner better not die, because it ends with him in his Skeletor form,
which bothers me as well.
Yeah, you'd hope that would be irreversible when he was changed into Skeletor, but
kind of.
Yeah,
that was kind of the point.
Yeah, but no, it was very reversible. It was totally reversible. So he's Skeletor now.
I don't even think he'd want to be Skeletor anymore because he had more power as Skeletor. But anyway, moving on.
This clip was taken from Midnight's Edge in the Morning, which streams live every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 9 AM Pacific Time on the Midnight's Edge main channel. There you can send in your live questions and comments before clips and full stream replays are uploaded to Midnight's Edge live archives. We are also on Twitter, Rumble, Odyssey and Facebook, so smash that like, help share, subscribe and join us.